Hello, everyone. My name is Sylvia Young. I'm lead data scientist with Department of Health. First of all, thank you, team, for inviting me to participate in this hackathon challenge workshop. Now I'll share my screen so you can see my slides. Yep. Um, I was very appreciate this opportunity to talk to all the hackathon participants about Department of Health challenge question for the 2025 WA Health Hackathon. Um, Before we begin today's workshop, I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we gather upon today, the Wajak people of the Noongar Nation. I pay my respects to elders past and present, and wish to extend this respect to any Aboriginal and/or Torres Strait Islander guests who join us today. Great. Yep. Today I'll give you an introduction about Department of Health challenge question for the hackathon taking place in 19th to 21st September 2025. And during the hackathon, Department of Health will provide synthetic data sets to support the solutions about this challenge question. And then I'll introduce why synthetic data is provided and what is synthetic data. Synthetic data is actually a groundbreaking data products we offer to the innovation sectors. And then I explain synthetic data, how to use the synthetic data to solve this challenge question, and just provide you with some hints or considerations. And then I'll close up with terms of participation and what other materials will be provided. All right. This year, Department of Health is proposed a challenge question about patient flow. As listed on the WASI website, is challenge 3. How can we predict the number of inpatient admissions from emergency department triage? To solve this challenge question, we can consider which types of patients arriving at an ED will require hospital beds for inpatient care, and how can we create a model to analyze patient flow between emergency and inpatient events based on the linked synthetic dataset. So synthetic data is different from real data or mass data or fake data. We knew that real data has very high value, but meanwhile, it has very high identification risk for the real patients. Mass data, even though some columns are masked, but the data released to any events are still real information. Fake data has lower fidelity and lower utility for machine learning and AI projects. Therefore, synthetic data is a good compromise between high fidelity and low privacy risk. The data generated at Department of Health, we utilize machine learning and generative AI models to train the model using the real data as the source. During the synthesizing process, we balance the trade-off between fidelity and confidentiality to make sure the privacy is preserved. And the benefits of synthetic data, I think the hackathon is a very good example. Without synthetic data, we couldn't deliver the data in timely manner to the hackathon event. And then due to the security of the data, it's have a good protection for the WA health consumers. And for data users, you could utilize the data for training and preliminary research and for any innovations and also data exploration purposes. So currently, when a data requester put in a data application, it's still requesting real data in most cases. including linked real data and non-linked real data. However, from 2023, Department of Health has established new data products called synthetic datasets. From 2023 hackathon, we released representative unlinked data. And 2024 hackathon is also representative unlinked data. 2025 is really a landmark. We, for the first time, released representative linked dataset between emergency department data collection and hospital morbidity data collection. So it's very rich datasets to support this hackathon event. And then in the emergency department collection, the real data is very rich sources, including a large number of columns, and then same as the hospital morbidity data collection as well. In order to support the hackathon, we selected the most frequently visited columns, and then the data custodian approved our request, and then we can start synthesizing the data long time ago before the hackathon. So this is just a quick introduction about the structure of the data. Within the EDDC data, there are 180,000 IDs. They only visit ED for 2022 dataset. And then in HMDC dataset, there are 72,000 patients visit inpatient department only. However, there are overlapping 113,000 IDs. They visited both emergency department and inpatient department in 2022. So this is the linked data, meaning in the data sets, a portion of the patients visit both departments. Some patients visit ED only, some patients visit inpatient only. So in terms of the data elements, each record will be given a synthetic person ID. So this person doesn't exist in our reality, but this just give a link between the two data sets. In EDDC data, there are 3 quasi-identifiers, including age, sex, and ethnicity. And the age is transformed to age group. In HMDC data, there are also 3 quasi-identifiers, including age, sex, and postcode region. So you can see these quasi-identifiers, if in real data, they'll have some risks to identify the patient privacy information. And then if we go through the clinical columns, in EDDC data, there are 4 elements related to date time. They are presentation date time, clinical care commencement date time, bed request date time, and discharge date time. You can see that's related to the patient experience and patient flow. In HMDC data, there are 2 columns about date time. They are admission date time and separation date time. And all the other columns support further information about these clinical events. In EDDC data, the other important elements, including triage category, define how emergent this patient needed the health care. Triage 1 means they're very urgent. Triage 5 is lower category of emergency. So these are the data elements you're going to receive at the hackathon event. So we just have a look at the performance of synthetic data. The left panel is the real data's graph, and right panel is the synthetic data's figure. So the color bar represents different disease categories in EDDC data. And the x-axis in each picture represents major diagnosis category in HMDC data. So as we can see, our synthetic data has very high fidelity to the real data. It's almost identical to the real data performance, only very subtle differences in some areas. But this difference is good to protect the privacy. Meanwhile, we make sure the clinical elements meet with the population distribution. So now we move to talk about how to utilize linked representative synthetic data to solve the DOH challenge question. If my team investigate this hackathon challenge question, I'll suggest to start from EDDC data as the entry point. Most importantly, to look into triage category and bed request date time. From the bed request time, that means the patient will be admitted to inpatient. And then in terms of the patient flow, we could investigate the gaps between EDDC and HMDC datasets. Look at how closely the two clinical care events happened. We could investigate the gap for 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, or 24 hours gap between ED and inpatient events. Also, the other major element in the datasets just about their disease categories. See which type of patient will need the inpatient beds. And then from this number 4, I think they are more advanced. If you still have capacity, you would like to explore more, we could work out a patient population table to find out the frequent ED visitors. Some of the frequent visitors, they do require a bed, but some don't. And also about patient trajectory between rural and metro hospital transportation is also very important information to solve this patient flow challenge question. There might be rural to metro or rural to rural or metro to rural. So different transportation patterns behind. Yeah, it's an open question. I'm encouraged you to explore the synthetic data, and then not only these suggestions, but also others. For example, complications of surgeries, and they have to return to the ED for some reason. I'm excited to hear about your innovation ideas. About before the hackathon taking place, a team will organize you to access our terms of participation agreement. This is just to protect your rights, to ensure your idea or your innovation or your prototype belong to it's your IP, and then it's good protection. And DOH is the owner of the synthetic datasets. So during the hackathon events, before 19th September, you sign off terms of participation. And then once it's signed off, everyone will get access to a sample set of synthetic data between 20 to 50 lines of EDDC and HMDC synthetic data. You could explore the data, find out the data elements, and then also you'll be provided with the data dictionary once you sign the participation agreement. And that will explain the details of each data elements. Is it numerical variable or categorical variable? What's the categories within an element? And then you can investigate the links or the associations between different elements. And then, so once you finish your preliminary investigation, you decided to work on DOH challenge question, team will support you to access the full set of synthetic data located in a different folder. And then you work with your group members to prepare for the pitching. Yeah, I look forward to hear your presentations during the hackathon event. This is just some photos in my previous participation in the hackathon event. This is my third year participating in the WA Health Hackathon. The photo at the right bottom corner is 2023 hackathon. All the others are 2024 hackathons. And I'd like to share with you that my team hired one of the previous hackathon participants. And I enjoy the vibe and the innovation and the engagement and the passion during the hackathon event. Yeah. So that's the minister presenting the final award to the 2024 hackathon group. So this is just the team at Department of Health. I appreciate the team's effort. Louis at the right, left, very left, and some others would like to be the mentor at the hackathon event. Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the dataset. And then I'm very keen to hear about the hackathon event outcomes. Thank you.